Okie dokie. Another Wednesday. Another live stream. Okay, so hopefully people are getting the updates that we're watching previously on Sundays. Now I'm doing on Wednesdays now. Doing these live streams on Wednesdays at like 5 to 6, 5:15 to 6:15. Gonna do like an hour, try to answer as many questions. Hopefully some people come in today asking some good questions, so we'll see how that goes. Leave a comment on a builder. Okay. Let's do this. Pin message. Okay, so I wanted to go through maybe just some, just waiting for people to join in. Oh, now I'm getting, sorry, I'm in the middle of an amendment negotiation right now, and the agent just got back to me, sorry. Okay, that can wait. All right, we got 4 people in here right now. Let's do it. What was I saying? Where was I at? What was I doing? Oh yes, I wanted to read some of the questions I've gotten since over this week. Let's look at this. Comments. Okay. Let's just start with this one. So Sarada Sundaresan, probably not saying that right. Your videos are super amazing and informative. Thank you. Thanks for all your effort. What's your take on Shattuck Homes Austin single level plan? I guess this is where we'll start for today, and we shall just wait for some people to come in. So let's just start here. All right. I think here's an easy one. All right, we'll start with this one, and then as questions, comments come in, I'll address them on the live chat, but we'll just start here for the day. So we're gonna look up Shattuck Homes Austin plan. Okay. This is the one story. I'm guessing this is the one. I don't even know what community this is in, but let's just see my take on this. Okay, let's go here. Oh, is this gonna change it? No, you guys should be able to see that pretty good. I'm using one monitor right now. I don't have another monitor to look at questions coming in. I'm wondering if I can just set that over there. Set this here. Sorry, I'm just moving my windows a bit. Hopefully that didn't mess up. That should all look fine. Okay, sorry, I seem to do this every time I do a live stream. Anyways, all right, let's look at this Austin floor plan because this is one of the questions I got, just getting my opinion on it. So we got primary bathroom on this one. I mean, for what, this is 3,400? No, this is 4,300 square feet. Definitely the bathroom vanities being right next to each other. Hopefully that's enough room between each other. That's the only kind of setup I don't like. I like when the vanities are separate, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Primary closet looks like a good size. You've got 3-car garage. The dining room at the front, I'd change that into a study. But I do like that being at the front. Mud room is away from the kitchen. Not too bad. Pantry looks like a good size. Casual dining, covered patio. Game room, media over on the other side, away from the primary bedroom. This is a good floor plan. There's nothing really on this. Maybe the bathroom and those vanities and how they're set up maybe is the only thing I'm going to knock on this. But, I mean, overall, like, this is the type of floor plan that I would go for, or I think kind of holds the best value. Even the closets look really good, but this is probably a higher-end Shattuck home, so it's probably going to be a little bit nicer things or layout and more space with those secondary bedroom closets. You could do utility room. Okay, so you could have the option. I would definitely do the option of the door into the utility room. You could do a bigger master closet, it looks like. But this one isn't bad. I don't know if you guys are looking at any other types of Shattuck-homes, but this one story does not look bad, in my opinion. I think I'm a fan of this Austin one. And you get a good amount of space on the kitchen. I'm reviewing this and I'm trying to pick something out that I don't really like on this one, but I mean, for it being one story, I don't think that's bad. Yep, I think that's fine. I'm just gonna move on from that. There's not really much to. I wouldn't do the freestanding tub. A lot of people are doing the freestanding tub in the primary bathroom, but unless you've got a lot of space, okay, because usually that space between the freestanding tub is like right up against the wall and right up against the shower on the left and the right side. So it's hard to get behind that area to kind of clean around there. So I'd rather have it like built in, but a lot of people are choosing the freestanding tub. It's just a big trend right now. Okay, another question. So this one's from Chelsea or Chelshawn 1609 from 5 days ago. They asked, and this was a question on the Highland Home contract video I made, where I kind of just took you guys briefly through like what a Highland Home contract looks like. Now, the other thing, if you guys are watching those videos over like the contracts, and I guess this kind of pertains to any of my videos, just know like, look at the video, look at the date I made that, because things kind of change up over time. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at some of my older videos. Things might have changed since then. But they did leave a comment over that one, the Highland Homes new construction contract example, what to expect. They said, did you get to do the selections before you pay the initial payment and sign this, or do you do it after? I thought you did it after, but this looks like it was already decided. But was that just because this was already in the process of getting built? So that family, and that was a one-off situation. I mean, I've only seen this happen now like 3 times, I think. And usually Highland Homes is the best one to kind of work with a builder or work with the family on this. There was a quick move-in. Now, this quick move-in was, we were going under contract where it didn't even have the drywall in, nothing like that. You could see behind the walls. They had just finished the electric work and things like that. And the day we were going under contract, or at least negotiating, they had just finished selecting their design center. Like, the builder was building this inventory home. They were picking out the inside of the house, the wood floor, all those things. Now, the builder had already picked the brick and windows and all that stuff gets ordered long before we got to this process. But we basically negotiated. We're like, hey, we'll go under contract if this family is going to be able to pick everything out on the inside. And the builder went back to the designer, and they kind of figured it out. But usually the builder is not allowing you, like if you come across a quick move-in and it has, you can still see the wall or behind the walls, right? They don't have any of the drywall up or anything like that. They're usually not going to let you pick and design, like redesign, and the builder has already picked what's going to be in that house. It's very, very rare for them to do that. And now I'm seeing a lot more builders building just inventory homes. Okay, usually and when I say like there's all builders are going to build inventory homes. However, I see a lot more builders like Mattamy or Center Living or Lennar, DR Hort, like a lot of those builders, some of them are better than others. I see, like Trophy Signature, Meritage. I see them building just inventory homes, and then some of those builders are even going a step further, and they're only selling those homes when they're 60 days out from closing. Which I'm not, and that's usually just Lennar that I'm coming across that, which I'm not really, I mean, if you guys have seen my channel, you guys know I don't do a lot of tours over like Lennar Homes or DR Horton Homes or Syntex Homes and things like that. I think at a minimum, I'll go do like a KB home, but those are sometimes like on the same level as those other builders when it comes to finishes and just kind of the feel of the inside of the house. How the process usually works, okay, now every builder is different. Like some builders want the check before you sign the contract. Some of them will send the contract and then you can give them a check. They're all kind of different on how they handle their business. But at the initial meeting, you are picking your elevation, you are picking your structure upgrades. Okay, once that's selected, then 3 weeks, 4 weeks after that, you then have a design center meeting. At that design center meeting, they will want another, typically I see 20% down. Sometimes it's 50%, but you're gonna have that earnest money of around 5% of whatever the base price is. And then you're gonna go to the design center 3 weeks later, and then you're gonna put another, let's say 20% down of whatever you spend at the design center. And that 20% is multiplied by whatever you spend minus their incentive. So most of these builders are giving like 10K, 20K at the design center. If you're looking at a builder, if your budget is like $1.5 million, I've seen them do, or up to $2 million, I've seen them do 100K at design center. Usually when you start getting up into that $1 million range is when they, you know, the design center upgrades, that incentive becomes a lot more, where it can be like 40 to 60K. That process of the design happens after. So when you get a contract on the new construction, there will be a part on that contract that's basically a chart, and it'll just talk about like basically they're just amending as you go to the design center and you pick out things and you change things. They're not going to let you change things all the way up into closing. Maybe some very small things possibly, but majority of the time they want to get everything kind of wrapped up pretty far in advance, because things just take a while to come in and for them to then be able to install it. So they'll go back into that contract, they'll edit it, and you'll kind of have, you know, your base price, your lot premium, your elevation, you'll kind of know. And then like, let's say for example, you're looking at a tradition home, right? That tradition home might cost $750,000. You might then pick a lot that's $30,000. You might then pick an elevation that's $5,000 to $15,000, depending on if you want to paint the brick or not, or if it's a 1 or 2 story. Depends on like the roof pitch, how much stone is on, how much brick is on the elevation. And then you're changing your structure. So then you're picking like, do you want a level 1 kitchen where it's probably all basic on the inside, basic gas stove top, 1 oven, or do you want like a level 4 kitchen where it's going to have, you know, the monogram, gas stove top, 2 ovens, cabinets all the way up to the ceiling, things like that. All of that will be handled after. Like you have some of these builders too that will do a cabinetry meeting. They will do a low voltage meeting, and then they will do a high voltage meeting. So there's kind of a range of those too, but all that will then get edited. So I think that's kind of what this person was asking for that process. So usually I'll just say like, if you're looking at a quick move-in and you come across it and you want to try and negotiate something, you know, and the house has been sitting for a while, you might be able to do something where you say, hey, I'll go under contract with this if you guys let me change what the floors are going to be, or something like that. It's very rare for them to allow you to do that, but I have seen it in instances. It's usually on the homes that are over $1 million. Usually the homes that are like 600K, they're not really doing that. Or 500K, like in that range. It's usually for the $1 million plus buyers they're usually working a little bit more with, which is understandable because that's a lot more money they're probably making on that house. Okay, let me answer this question that came into the chat. What's your opinion on south-facing T-junction with street in front of door inventory homes? I see huge price differences on them. Is it bad for future resale? Okay, Sammy, the reason you're seeing bigger prices on the south-facing lots is not really to do with the street being like in the front door, or like, I understand what you're saying. Hopefully everyone else in the live stream understands that too. That's really not the case. It's more of that they see, builders see way more demand for north-facing homes rather than south-facing homes. So it's that lot premium difference you're seeing. You're not really seeing, like for me, to save money at the end of the day, I would go, like if I'm doing new construction, okay, and I'm trying to get the biggest bang for my buck, I would pick an interior lot that's on like a 60 by 125. Hopefully it's up to 130. 130 is like, that would be great. 60 by 130, that way you still have some backyard space. and have it south facing with a 0 lot premium. And then you could use that money, instead of putting it in the lot, put it in the house, and that's where you're going to get the resale value. I don't really feel like there's a huge, like, afterwards, here's the thing, which is kind of funny. When there's a new construction community and there's a bunch of different builders, okay, at that time, buyers really care about what builder they're going with. But in 10 years, when that neighborhood is built out and it's a decade later and new buyers are going in there and you're now reselling their house, I personally don't really walk into houses with buyers, and as long as the neighborhood's good and all the houses have good curb appeal, right? You might have you might have the builders like American Legend, David Weekley, Perry, all within the neighborhood. 10 years after that fact, or let's say the houses are 10 years older within that neighborhood that buyers are going into, they're usually not caring about what builder was in there, because the house has been there for 10 years and you can kind of see at that point if it's in good condition or not. So they care more about what the finishes and the upgrades are within the inside and how the layout is, rather than who that builder was 10 years ago. And I think that's also the same with which way the home's facing. Now, I have had instances where a family comes in and they're like, well, I want high ceilings in the living room. You know, I want to go for a north-facing house. And then we end up finding a south-facing house that has windows up along the, let's see what that would be, the west or the east side of the house, where you will get a lot of morning sun. And then they're like, okay, we'll do the south-facing house. So I've seen instances like that where some people kind of think they want something north facing and then they end up walking through a south facing and they're like, oh, this does have a good amount of natural light going through it, I'm okay with this. But there's I think the demand right now is that if you're doing new construction and you can pick your own lot, or you know, you have an option there, builders are seeing more of a demand with the north facing. That's just kind of how it goes. What I wouldn't do, okay, because I've just seen one instance where one house, and I don't even know if it's still in the market, but basically one house, it was a pretty nice house. It was a grand home, and it was at the bottom of this street kind of went down and curved, and the house was like sitting at the end of that curve. And basically what happened was during, I think 2020, there was an impaired driver that came really fast down that hill, took that right turn and just drove straight into the office of the house. So if you're looking at the neighborhood, right, and I wouldn't pick the house that is in a situation like this, like maybe a T-junction, but where that street is at a incline where cars could really gain like too much speed going down and then just crash right into your house. I've only come across this one time. I'm sure it's happened before in other instances, but I'm just letting you guys know I have seen that. So I just wouldn't pick a house that's at like the bottom of a long road that's like down a hill, that like as just a safety thing, right? Like people might just be driving drunk and just go way too fast down that hill, and then all of a sudden they're in your dining room. All right, we got any other questions? Anyone else? We got 5 people watching right now. Hopefully you guys have gotten hopefully most people have gotten the memo that I'm now doing live streams on Wednesdays. I know I was talking about this previously on my Sunday live streams, but I think Wednesdays are a lot better for me because what I can do is now I can record some videos Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday, like today gives me like a kind of a break where like today I went and recorded like 3 videos over some neighborhoods over in Flower Mound in Northlake, over on that side of town. So those will be coming out over this next week. But I feel like Wednesday is good for me because this video will get released and like I don't have to worry about, you know, putting out a video today because there's this one, rather than Sunday when I don't even think I really get a ton of people coming on the channel to watch videos. I think Wednesday is like my most popular day where people come in and watch videos, which I don't know why, but I guess you guys like watching videos on Wednesday, or most of you guys like watching videos on Wednesday. All right, what other questions we have? That's about it on, let me see. That's about it on questions that I received. I'm scrolling through right now on my channel. Yeah, that is it for the questions that I've kind of gotten over this week that I could answer. I thought it was funny yesterday when I posted that video over Tapestry, that neighborhood, which I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not even gonna comment on that neighborhood, but it's just crazy to me. So the Richard 00H commented, I'm the civil engineer trying to get this permitted. We are currently working on the amenity center, probably 14 to 18 months to get that up and running. This is part of the plan development. Unfortunately for the developer, it landed on land where the city of Frisco had a public trail in their master plan, which is why they can't gate the neighborhood. And that's what I was talking about on that video with Tapestry. Tapestry is that for that price point, that neighborhood should have been gated. There's plenty of other options, or I think better options out there. Okay, let me jump to, I'm just gonna talk about some of the new neighborhoods in the videos I actually recorded today, just to give you guys a heads up on some Toll Brothers coming soon. But if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the chat. Okay, so this is Oak Bridge Crossing. Now this community is coming soon. They've already built a section of this community back in like 2020, 2022 is when they were building out the the first phase of this community. They have another phase coming in. This one's gonna be starting at the $1.5 million range. Let's see what they say. These are the floor plans in here. So they don't have a lot of one-story floor plans. They've got mostly two-story floor plans, but these are gonna be big homes. Now, the lot sizes on here are gonna be like 1/3 of an acre. Let's see. Yeah, and this is their biggest floor plan. Let's look at this one. This one's the Whaler, which I'm sure is gonna be upwards of like $2 million, maybe more. And then I'll show you guys where this is located on a map. So let's look at this one. I already don't like the back patio, not a fan. Primary suite, walk-in closet's huge. That looks good. Primary bath is set up. See, I'd honestly on this one, this walk-in closet is the size of some like 50-foot lot bedrooms. That's how big this walk-in closet is. But like for me, I think there'd be more value in making this primary bath actually bigger rather than having all that walk-in closet space, because they've also added a second walk-in closet. So that might just be too much walk-in closet. Like at what point, I mean, this is more of like a bedroom closet. I mean, you could probably put a whole furniture setup in this thing. I mean, you could really build out this closet with a lot of stuff, but I think there'd be more value in having a bigger primary bath. That's just my opinion there. All right, maybe you can extend it into the laundry room. That would make more sense to me. Dining room at the center of the house, office at the front, bedroom, suite. Okay, so this is a 4-car garage. Let's see, upstairs. What does upstairs look like? Upstairs, you have the loft area open down to below. Media room. Is the media room above the primary? No, it's above the dining room. And then walk-in closet, bedroom. Okay, these are decent sized walk-in closets. Up on the second floor. But this looks like a decent floor plan. It's just the primary bath. I actually wish that was a little bit bigger. But it might be big enough. I haven't actually seen it. It might be huge, to be honest. But this small little vanity right here. Like, why so small? Let's see the smallest floor plan in this community. What does that look like? Let's just look at the Faro. Okay, this is 1 story. Primary. Okay, I like this covered patio a lot better. Fireplace. That's pretty good symmetry between the kitchen. Then it looks like it has beams running across. Media room on the backside. Walk-in pantry behind. I don't really like how they have the walk-in pantry like on the other side of the kitchen. Because like now you're going to have to be like, it's a lot more convenient when the pantry is like right there. I mean, you got a butler's pantry there, but that's probably going to be more for your drinks and stuff. Media room on the back side, flex room, bedroom, office at the front. You get a porch area, 3-car tandem, powder room, walk-in closet, shower. I don't mind this. I actually like that Austin floor plan better than this floor plan by Toll Brothers. But this one's okay. This one's kind of similar as the Austin one too. All right, let's go. What was the other thing? I wanted to look at, oh yeah. Let me show you where this is located. And this video will be coming out, I think I'll have it edited by tomorrow. If not, I'll have 3 videos coming out. I had one, I recorded Oak Bridge Crossing. I recorded new communities coming soon, or yeah. New communities coming soon for Toll Brothers over in Flower Mound, which was 2 neighborhoods. And then I did Williams Ranch, which isn't really that big. It's a small little piece of land. And then I finished up at Creek Meadows West over in North Lake. Let me show you where this is. Is it not gonna pull up? I know where it's at. Okay. It's not gonna show. Okay, this is where the house is. So, all right, this is the neighborhood here. So they've already built out this part of the neighborhood. This is that other part of the neighborhood where it got built over 2020, 2022. And the home prices in there from closings, I saw like anywhere from like high 9s to like probably almost $2 million, depending on where that home is located in the neighborhood. There is a power line structure that goes through like the back of these homes, which I'm like, why are you spending $1.8 million to have a huge power line? I mean, you can even see it from the Google map. I mean, look at the size of that guy. Yeah, so that, I mean, all these homes here. And it's like right over a Bluebonnet Park. I mean, these homes on this backside with this park and stuff, those are really nice. But see, I'd rather have an interior lot, to be honest, rather than those ones that are up along the power lines. But this is the other side of the neighborhood. Now, down the street is Lakeside Village. And Lakeside Village in here, this is kind of like, it's kind of like a Shops of Legacy, I would say, if I had to like kind of compare it with something. The other thing is that over on this side of Flower Mound, a lot of warehouses and industrial business parks, okay, over here. How to get like to this neighborhood, here's 121, so you take Freeport or Lakeside Parkway. Sorry, I thought it was Freeport. No, Freeport Park. Where's Freeport Parkway? Is this Freeport Parkway? Where's Freeport Parkway? Oh, see, now I'm confused. I guess that's Lakeside. I think that's also Freeport. Yeah, I think that's also Freeport. That should be fine. You take that down, okay, but through here, a lot of 18-wheelers. So over on this south side of Flower Mound, there's just a lot more 18-wheelers just driving like regular streets and roads. That's what I noticed like whenever I drive out this way. There's also Grapevine Lake here, but some people use it. It doesn't have a whole bunch of marinas to it. I think there's really only 2 or 3. Yeah, there's 3. There's one down there, and then there's one on this north side up here, which is Twin Coves Marina. It's not the biggest lake, not the most popular lake. I mean, people definitely still go to it, but that would be really close to this neighborhood. And then also the elementary school and the middle school are really close as well. The high school is a little bit further away. But then the other one I did was Dixon Estates, which is this sliver of land here, right by Marcus High School, which is just a little bit further up Long Prairie. But all along Long Prairie, I would say, like, if you're living in Flower Mound, I would try to be as close to cross timber or living off these roads, cross timbers or Long Prairie, those two roads there have like majority of the grocery stores, shopping, there's Highland Village, all that kind of stuff is throughout here. Flower Mound Town Plaza. This is where the high school is, so once again, not too far away from where that Oak Bridge crossing is getting built. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, Dixon Estates didn't really have too much. So the other neighborhood I then went to was Williams Ranch. Now this neighborhood is like already almost sold out, I think. I think they have a few stuff available, but these are going to be on 3/4 of an acre. I guess this live stream is going to be Toll Brothers heavy today because I've just finished up on some videos in there. But yeah, so these are starting at 1.2, 1.3. Sandhaven, very popular plan. I think that one's one of the best ones. And also this Vanguard High, or yeah, I see the Vanguard High Plains. That one picked a lot more than I think this Venetian one. The Venetian one gets picked a lot just because I've seen that elevation in these neighborhoods a lot more. But this one is down the street from Highland Village. Yeah, it's in Copper Canyon or Cooper Canyon or Copper Canyon. I always call Copper Canyon Cooper Canyon and Cooper Canyon Copper Canyon. I keep saying the wrong things. But yeah, that's Copper Canyon, Williams Ranch, and their plat map is, yeah, so this is the plat map here, and it's going to be gated. But I drove through it. There was no houses built yet. Okay, but this is what these lots are looking like. So the lots on this side are 17,000 square feet, and then you got these other ones that are almost pushing an acre for some of them. But there's going to be a way bigger premium. I'd also keep in mind that there's only going to be one phase in this neighborhood. Okay? The land behind these homes on this east side, okay, because north is going up that way if you guys can see on the map. Over on this east side, these homes back up to other homes, but those other homes are like way up high up on a hill, so there's kind of like this big elevation between the two, and you already know what's behind you, so you don't even need to worry because that's never going to change unless all the owners in that neighborhood behind end up selling their house to one big developer and then all of a sudden it turns into something else, which that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But something like this, where this piece of land is still not built out, okay? It's just farmland. This could end up turning into, because I don't believe I don't think Toll Brothers owns this because they told me there was only going to be one phase. So I think it's really just going to be this one road. But that might change over time. They might end up buying some piece of land. But I just know like everything else around here on the north side, the west side, and then this kind of area right here where the compass is, it's just farmland. So I would just be kind of cautious because at the end of the day, multifamily, commercial, other types of things could be put right behind you. And then all of a sudden your nice, pretty field, tree line, whatever, turns into a shopping plaza or something like that, which won't absolutely kill the value, but for spending $1.5, $1.6 million on the house in a gated community, like it's probably just going to annoy you. So I would just kind of keep that in mind. That's like the struggle with new construction is like you get new construction, you get to pick out, customize your house, pick your lot, get all these fun things. But sometimes with new construction, you could be taking a chance on buying one of the houses on the perimeter of the neighborhood, backing up to a field, and then that potentially turning into something else later on in the future that you're not, a big fan of. Okay. The other neighborhood that I went to was, let's do Creek Meadows West Toll Brothers. And then I will have a video coming out here soon on the new communities coming to Frisco. I'm getting some stuff finalized. There's this part of Edgestone over there in Frisco off Legacy that has like some, I think almost like, I think they said half an acre, 3/4 of an acre. I don't know. Some bigger custom homes are coming to Edgestone, and I was trying to find some information on there, but they have a sign out there along, what is that, Stonebrook? Yeah, Stonebrook over by Reedy High School. There is a sign over there that says like some new custom lots, like bigger lots coming in that community. So I was just trying to get some information on that before I go make coming soon to Frisco. I'll be doing another video. I've done one previous video, but those neighborhoods have already all kind of started to get built out. Okay, so Creek Meadows West. Let me show you guys where this one's located because it is out there. So it was funny. When I started this video this morning, or when I was shooting videos this morning, I started like over here in Civilization, and then I kind of worked myself up north, and then I started going out west, and then I got a lot further out west down Justin Road that turns into 407, and then I kept going down 407 in Harvest. Yeah, 407 runs down through here, or excuse me, it runs, let's see, yeah, 407 up here, runs across. Then you have 35 West. There's where the Harvest is, Pecan Square, and then this neighborhood, let's see if I'm correct, Trees, Toll Brothers, Harvest, Toll Brothers at Harvest. See, they're calling this the Estate Collection. Toll Brothers at Harvest Estate Collection, but this is cross. That's interesting that Google is saying Toll Brothers at Harvest Estate Collection, but this is Cross Creek. Cross Creek, yeah, see, or I keep calling it, that was so annoying. When I was making the video, I kept saying Cross Creek Meadows because there's a Cross Creek Meadows over in Salina with Pulte Trophy Signature, or is it with Trophy Signature? Or is that Wilson Creek Meadows? What's up with all the meadows? I can't, there's too many meadows. I think it's Cross Creek that was over there, but I kept calling this one Cross Creek Meadows, but it's just Creek Meadows West. Andrees Customs is in here, but this is the other Toll Brother house they have built. This one actually shows some houses built, but they have more stuff built in here. Then there's another part of the neighborhood. It looked like these homes didn't have like separate dwelling units on them. They just had like some side garages or detached garages that had like a 13-foot raised header on them. So maybe if you like have a boat or something like that, other storage, workshop, that could be used in there. But this is where the other neighborhood was that I did a tour on. Not too much to kind of go over there. There's really not a whole bunch of stuff over in this location. You've got Justin, Texas over here, but just another small area. They've started to put some stuff down. 407, there's a lot more, like the McDonald's down here just opened. They've got some other little plaza shopping areas, but not a whole bunch of stuff. I would imagine that somewhere in this area, I think a Walmart's getting built. I thought that's what I saw. Besides neighborhoods, not a lot of big things get released out. Like Salina, McKinney, those are the two cities right now that seem like they're just releasing tons of stuff and developments, and not just residential things, but kind of just things all over the place. Whether it be mixed-use developments, stadiums, like concert venues, getting released out to the public. Okay. Yeah, but once you get a little bit further out here, these homes on this side start turning into more of those 1-acre lots. And that's what these homes are in here. They're 1-acre lots at like 44,000 square feet. And then this is Robson Ranch, which is a retirement living, adult active living community. 55 plus is with that one. All right, anyone have questions? This live stream's a little quiet today. If that's the case, I might just end it. Here today. Hopefully Wednesdays aren't a bad day to do live streams. The last Wednesday was really good. That one was a fun one. A lot of people came in, but this Wednesday it's a little bit slower, but that is okay. The time that I'm going to be starting these are like 5 o'clock, 5:15. So join me on those days, or at that time, and come with your questions. Or if you come to this video after I'm done uploading it and it's ended, just leave a comment on it and I will address it going into the next week. So that's all I'm really going to talk about today. That was just some of the previews on Toll Brothers and what to expect from my channel over this next week, or hopefully I can get most of those videos out. I'm going to try to do a bunch of editing for you guys and get those going. That way you can see some other stuff, because I haven't really gone over to Flower Mound in a while for videos over there, because it's just not a whole bunch of stuff compared to like Salina and McKinney and all these other areas that I just get a lot more people coming in asking me about. So, any other questions? I'll leave it up to the last 30 seconds here. One final question. I believe that's it. Let's see. Waiting for one last question here, but all right, that's where I'll end it. So next Wednesday, let me just check my calendar. All right, next Wednesday I do have a closing, but that will be in the morning, and then 5 o'clock. That's why I like Wednesday afternoons late. Those are like the best times for me. So hopefully they work for you guys too, to watch the live streams, because I know a lot of people are coming in on Sundays. So hopefully moving it to Wednesdays is not a bad thing. That'll do it. See you guys.